Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's Messages of Love from Above. So happy to be here. Hope you guys have had a great, fantastic weekend. For those of you on the other side of the world, it's like Sunday night. So hope you had a great weekend and looking forward to your coming week. Before we get into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, of course, I always welcome that. The more of us that join together and multiply that, the more impact we have on the world. So I'm going to take a big deep breath, come back to right here, right now. And whether you're watching live or on replay, we can join together outside of space and time to send the love out. So I'm going to just breathe deep here. Just let the love flow down into our hearts, fill us up, and overflow out to the world, surrounding the globe in a beautiful, beautiful bubble of love, 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 sparking every heart higher and higher towards the love that we are heading back toward. We're doing our part of the collective, working on our own self love, our higher unconditional love. And as we raise our love vibration, the love vibration of the planet also increases. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment, for your own heart, your mind, your body, a loved one, a relationship, situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now as well. You can just take it in like a plant or a tree takes in the beautiful sunlight from the sun. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that as well. Um, so, before we get into the actual readings as well, and hopefully, like 5 minutes before I was going live, the neighbors started working on their uh, boat motor, and it looks like they might be done, but they might not. So if you suddenly hear loud noise, it's because they're working on their boat motor, like not right outside my window, but I can see them. So I was like, okay, well, spirit, let's just see what happens here. So hopefully, if it gets loud, you guys can still hear me, and we'll try to work through this if it does get loud. But I do want to let everyone know that I have announced memberships. A big thank you to everyone. It's been a year today since I have been live on YouTube providing free readings. So I'm super excited that it's been a year already. Can't believe how fast it's flown by. And here we are um, already. So I'm just so happy to be able to offer memberships. It's a way so that if you want to take it to another level, growing our Zen together. Um, the cricket level's 299, which gives you access to. I'm going to have member only giveaways each week. So it does that. It gives you badges. It gives you access to emoticons, and it's to help spread love to the world. And so that's called the Zen Cricket level. So it's um, a way for you to help, with supporting the channel and moving things forward. The Praying Mantis level, which is $7.99 a month, uh, you get advanced access to my pick a cards, my Take 10 with Zen. I'm going to be working on meditations. You'll have advanced access to those. And then after these sessions, I'm on for 2 hours for the free ones right after I go into a praying mantis level membership free readings. So you have that after each of the free sessions. So you can have extended contact. And then on Sunday nights, like tonight, at 6 p.m. Mountain, I have a Q&A where it's not readings, at least in the beginning, it's not readings, it's Q&A, it's asking questions. Can learn about me, can learn about more about spirit. and we learn about each other and we ask questions, and it's growth. And so I love those too. So if you're interested in any of those, check out the video. The video does talk about as well. Um, Drawings that I have. I'm having for the membership marathon, I'm having weekly drawings for members. And even if you watch it and you choose not to become a member, if you comment on it, I'm having a big giveaway for all subscribers at the end of the month, whoever's commented on that video. So this is the video that you can check out. So I want to make sure everyone's aware of all that because there's some good giveaways. And then, of course, this won't change my weekly giveaways on Monday. And here's the last chance because I close it out and pull a winner on Monday. Every Tuesday, put out a video announcing what I'm giving away, how you can get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. So you can check that out too if you're interested in getting into that. And then I do have a weekly pick a card, like I mentioned. So I have a ton of pick a cards available on my playlists. If you are interested in hearing more from Spirit, this week's was about how we can transform betrayal. Where in our life do we feel betrayal? And if we're ready to transform it, there's never any pressure to do so because it's not wrong to feel betrayal. It's just an experience. And so we have this change that comes in with that too. So we've got that. And then also each week for the last 9 weeks anyway, I've been putting out a Take 10 with Zen video, which is a video 10 minutes or less that talks about how to connect with spirit, how to connect to our powerful self, and where I answer questions for my subscribers. This week's is the empath bubble. So a lot of you are empaths and you feel people's emotions, and it can be overwhelming. It can feel like a curse, right? But this video talks about how we can put up a bubble where we don't take on other people's emotions, uh, how we know which is ours, which is theirs, which is, our inner child's. So if you want to check it out, and if you are at the praying mantis level or above, you get next week's Take 10 with Zen and next week's pick a card already. And next week's Take 10 with Zen is what is the real gift of an empath? Ooh, I know, mysterious. So those are the skinny on all of those. And so that's what I wanted you guys to know. So let's get my desktop all set up here. And let me just take one more screenshot here in case anything disappears. There we go. It's going to pop out the chat here. And thank you for your patience as I do this. I try to do two things at once, and it doesn't always work out well. So I just want to make sure here. All right, perfect. So it did save everything. That is good. And if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. We have a great group of people, soul family here, huge hearts, great senses of humor. So welcome, welcome. And how the free readings work is I go down in order of the chat, first come, first serve. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance, and then Spirit knows what you want. If anyone makes a donation, which I have a few donations already, thank you guys. And I do prioritize those because I honor that as an energy exchange. I will step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those, and then once I'm done, I return back to the free readings and try to get through as many free readings as I can within around the 2-hour period. Like I said, though, I will bug out around 12:55 p.m. Mountain Time to get into my 1 p.m. Praying Mantis free readings. Um, so what else was I going to say? Oh, but if you want to prioritize your reading, a donation of any amount works. I don't have a set dollar amount because I know everyone's, funds vary from person to person, day to day, country to country, planet to planet, whatever it may be. So I know you're giving from your heart, and that's what matters the most. Um, and you can use the super chat at the bottom, and in the pinned comment at the top, we got Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. So you can do any of those things. All right. So I'm going to start off using the Sun and Moon Tarot, and We will see what we've got here. So Patty was the first donation. Thank you, Patty, so much. And then I have, I think, four through like Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. So you guys will be up next. All right, Patty. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. And you feel like your boss is, oh no, is plotting to get rid of you. So what is coming for you at work? All right. Well, we know that if they are, that it's of spirit, right? Like they're acting as an agent of spirit to have you move into something that's more for you, right? It's like being in a toxic relationship and they break up with you and you're like, thank God. But let's take a look here and see what they have for you, Patty. All right. So what we got going on here. All right. Yeah. Well, you've got the fears, and these are your feelings, your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been making you feel like that have been deceiving you, that have been stealing opportunity from you. Because you got the 10 of Pentacles. So you definitely have abundance available to you regarding work. So it's just you looking at your fears. And it's like if you focus on your fears, you make them bigger, you draw it in, you draw that energy, you're telling the universe, this is what I like. Can you bring me more of this? Right. Where if you focus on gratitude for what you do have, that grows, that expands. And so if you feel like it's almost like they're replacing your statement of, I feel like my boss is plotting, I fear my boss is plotting to get rid of me. But when you just look at gratitude and focus on, I have everything I need in each moment, and you're not focusing on this fear of loss of job, because if they are, like they were saying, it is for you and you're able to move into something more for it. But I feel like they're telling you here more when you focus on your fears, that's what grows and expands. But when you focus on your abundance for what you do have, that grows and expands. It's like when the example Spirit's been given lately, which is such a perfect example, and for my brain anyway. It's a little kid walking into a donut shop, like the old fashioned ones where they have the big glass cases with the donuts displayed, and the little kid's pointing at this donut over and over and over again. And so the baker boxes up a dozen and gives it to him, but the little kid's like, I hate these donuts. And the baker goes, well, don't point at what you don't want, what you hate, point at what you love and what you want more of, and I'll give you dozens of that instead. So I feel like I don't feel like they are. I feel like these are fears. Yeah. I mean, because you don't know what's really happening. You're seeing through your eyes, right? So when you look at it and go, I fear they're doing something, you're going to see them doing something. When you're focusing on gratitude, you're going to see gratitude, because we don't see the world as it actually is. We see the world as what's going on inside of us. What's going inside this head is the, goggles that I'm looking through life at. And so if I'm unsettled on the inside, I'm going to see an unsettled world. And so that's the difference, what we do. So what you focus on what you want to grow, is really what it comes down to. It's like, well, this is what's happening, and it's like, well, that's what we think is happening, what we're seeing happen, but is it really what's happening? And even if it is, what I want to grow is what I focus on. So if there's something that's happening, the more I focus on it, the bigger it gets. But the more I focus on other things, the smaller that gets and the bigger the other things get. Because you have this strong connection here. This is the power of emotional choice coming in. And it makes total sense. Here's your power. Your outside world, it shows here your outside world is truly solid. A 4 is a very solid number, like 4 huge legs on a table is a very solid foundation. And that's what the 4 of Pentacles represents. Your outside world is solid. And it's just your emotional choices is what you get to choose in each moment. So, there's this energy here of again, the it's every moment, no matter what is happening in the outside world, I get to choose how I see it with my mind. I get to choose how I see it, like the emotional choices that I make in each moment, which is the lover's card. I get to choose what energy I'm putting out and what physical action I do. What do I want to grow? What do I want to expand? Right. Um, you have the Ace of Swords, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective, see things from a place of unconditional love allows you to cut away these fears. It's a double-edged sword. So not only are you able to free your mind from fears, you're able to see the bigger picture of things and understand things, right? Um, so it's your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are deceiving you and stealing from you, and this is what you can do about it here. Um, reporting into HR, if that's what you wanna do, you definitely can do that, but I feel like it's important before you do that to take a big deep breath and step back and, look at your fears because what someone does, in the human world, I know it's sometimes hard to grasp this concept when we're in our human world, but when we realize and that's that Ace of Swords, stepping above and looking at things from a different perspective. When we look at it from that perspective and we realize everybody is a mirror for me, things are not happening to me. That's our victimhood, right? That's our human of like, oh, life happens to me. These people are doing things to me. And we come down here to experience that. So there's nothing wrong, excuse me, with feeling those feelings. But when we're tired of feeling like life is happening to us, we can change the perspective and realize everything that happens I have chosen for me. And then I can ask myself, why did I want this situation to happen for me? And it puts us in a place of gratitude and power rather than a place of, powerlessness and victimhood. And we can look at it and go, okay, I see that they're helping me bring up this fear of I'm not good enough or I'm going to be without a job. And what if I lose my job? I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to end up, on the edge of, town, starving to death alone and get eaten by wolves. It's like whatever fears it brings up are for us. So we can realize where's this coming from? We can step out of our powerlessness into our powerfulness, right? So here's the power coming in. So something to think about, but this is what spirit has for you here. What's coming for you at work? You have abundance, you have success, but it's all about the power of choice. What emotional changes and mental changes are we making, around the situation because it's being brought up for you. So hopefully that helps, Patty. I know you're probably like, "Oh, no, I had it all set." But you can definitely do that, but wherever we go, there we are. And whether we, uh, you know, uh, deal with this situation, we're just gonna find another mirror later that's gonna mirror the same thing back to us. 'Cause that's what happens. I ended up with, like, 5 relationships, which was basically the same person, just in a different body. Because 'cause I'm like, "Nope, nope, ending it." And they're like, "Okay, well, that's good. Well, here, let's bring it in this package instead, and then let's bring it in this package instead." Well, here he goes, like I kept on going, "No, no, 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 no. No, 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 no," and I was like, "Oh, I get it. You're trying to show me what I wanna see about myself," and that's what all these beautiful mirrors and teachers are people that will show us continually what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. And that's what I learned. So enjoy that journey, Patty. Hang in there. You're definitely not alone in those things, but just look at it and go, okay, how am I taking their actions? Their actions don't mean anything about me. They're about them, but what is being triggered inside of me that I can work on. And it's very transformational. So hang in there, my dear. And thank you again for your donation. Many blessings to you. I know those are the fun things. Yay! But we're here for you if you need support. I don't do voodoo anymore. I know I never did voodoo. So I don't have any little voodoo dolls. I can't do any of that. I do have hedges of peace though, if you are interested in that. You can check out my website. I think I have links down below in the description box that talk about the hedge. So if you need one that pushes away things, chaos out of your life for a little bit to give you peace, I do offer those. All right. So many blessings to you. All right, Nicole, you are up next. Thank you so much for your donation. And you wanted to know about work. I think you asked more up here. Oops, let me just scroll down here. There we go. So, your outcome of your trip in September. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know based on current energies? All right, 5 cards on one. Let's see what happens here. So, this must be the ultimate. Okay. And then this is what happens during it. All right. Well, I like this overall for sure. You have a 6 of Wands victory, but we will let me just get these organized. We'll go in order here. So your first one here is the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving knight out of them all. So I feel like the trip is, kind of this wonderful movement. Um, it's like very calm, it feels, because one of my favorite, which I forget which deck it is, but there's someone off the horse, and most knights are on their horse, but this one's off the horse, just guiding. They have like their hand on the holding the rein, and they're just walking barefooted across a grassland, and that's kind of the Knight of Pentacles. Very slow moving, enjoying it, not fast paced, not fast moving. But I also like that the knights have a quest, and I feel like this trip ends up bringing in very strong empowerment of your viewpoint of your worth in relationship to the outside world, because they're in pursuit of the Ace of Pentacles and you get the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like this trip really just it's this wonderful leap forward. It's like a huge step up in how you relate your worth in relationship to the outside world. You definitely see things from a higher perspective. Your higher self with the Judgment card is calling you to this higher place. Double endings, double beginnings. I feel like during this trip in September, you really see things clearly from a different perspective that allows you to know and make some decisions about what you're leaving behind, what you're moving forward with, and almost like discovering your calling. I don't want to, over exaggerate it, like, "Whoa," the clouds part and the light and shines on you, and you're like, I'm going to become a nun. Nothing like that. I don't know why they said a nun. Maybe a Buddhist nun. But but it's more of like awareness, and you're like, wow, okay. A lot of light shining and clarity that comes to you. Because you do. You have in the middle of it the 6 of Wands, which is victory and standing tall, standing bright, and you're being seen too. And I feel like um this is definitely spirit saying they're always with you. They see, how you, have all the stuff that you've done, all the work you've done, all that you've done for others. And this is like, but it's like, this goes beyond that. It's spirit giving you a high five and fist bumps from your spirit guides and your entourage. But it's also, I feel like you get recognized from other people too of what you've done. I feel like at least it starts there, because again, here's this clarity that happens during September. The 5 of Swords, usually there's like a big Ace of Swords and there's 2 swords and 2 swords, which shows that the mental battle that's been going on between your mind and your heart mind, uh, that there's this, the 5 is a change, and it's like I feel with all of this brightness, this clarity that comes, is that finally your mind, our brain fights against our heart because it's like our heart is almost like it is our emotional child self, which is what develops between 7 years and under. But when our mental side of us starts to develop 7 years to 14, it pushes down the emotional inner child going, "No, no, you can't speak up. We need to fit in, and you can't be emotional. We need to suppress you." And that's the battle, is like the heart trying to raise and rebel against the mind to get us equal seat at the table. And that's what I feel comes in here for September for you. Because here, 9, even 9 of wands, um, and we have the strength here. Whatever has been feeling like a block that's been holding you back, that little bright star there, you grab your ace of wands and it opens a space for you to move through it. So I feel like this is a very empowering, beneficial trip. Whatever this does, it gives you the ability to really reflect on things and to make some decisions to move forward. And I like it. Something you might, if you haven't checked them out yet, is the Take 10 with Zen, episodes 4 and 5. They talk about our energies and any kind of blocks that we, not any, they're 10 minutes and under. So they give you one tool each. One about how we invest our energy. I think that's number 4. Number 5, I believe, is like the 6 of Pentacles that talks about our subconscious giving and receiving. So if you haven't checked those out, those are free and they're less than 10 minutes each. But I feel like those might give you some tools to help with that too. But I like it for you, Nicole, and that's what they have. So many blessings to you. Appreciate your donation and enjoy your trip. All right. And Dijona, you are up next. So thank you so much for your donation. And you'd like a money, money, money reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now about your money, money, money? I'm hearing that now. The song in my head. I like it. All right. All right. I like this. All right. I really like this for you. I know it starts off looking scary, but let me show you these first 3 cards here. Blessings to you too, Nicole. So you've got the Tower card, which of course always tells us whatever happens in our life does happen for us. Something's being moved out of your life, but it creates flow. You've got the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. 6, a number of movement, and it's an emotional movement, and it is also a mental movement, leaving behind old emotions and thoughts that no longer serve you. And it's this wonderful flow of emotion and mind. So I like this. The heart and the mind are balanced. Whatever this is that came in, it might have already come in, that has removed something out of your way to open up the flow of the path. It was an obstacle that was happening here, and if it was a job, I feel like you lost your job recently, if I remember. At least that's what they're bringing back to me. If not, sorry, it might be coming, but they've but it's because it's blocking you from moving forward in your path, and it's like a big dam that's been built, and you're on an inner tube. They're showing me you're there with, like, a drink and sunglasses, laying back on this inner tube on this lazy river, but they've blocked it so there's no flow, and it's like, what are we sitting here? Well, the dam breaks and it's like whoosh. At first, it's like a whoosh, but then it calms down again. But it's a slow moving, lazy river that brings you to this wonderful place of peace. And I like this because, um, and it's exactly what is happening is it's allowing you to understand, whatever this is that broke here, you get to connect with your heart, your high heart, and what is it that truly brings you happiness, right? It's what makes your heart sing, what makes your heart full, and this has opened up to take you to this place of abundance, to take you to this place of dreams come true. And the 10 of Wands was whatever this was before, this is like this energy of a lot of energy being invested, but oppression. It just feels like you were going nowhere. And this, whatever this tower moment, this ending and beginning with that 10 of wands is an ending and beginning, that it needed to happen in order for you to take all this focus off of all this energy that was being invested to focus in on one thing, which is this dream that you have that brings heart fulfillment and flow, which brings you abundance. It brings you money, um, makes you feel this wholeness from the inside out. And that's what's wonderful. Sometimes we have to take like a lower pay in the beginning to live our dream, but it's so much worth it because eventually, because your heart is so much in it and you're so passionate about it, it just you naturally raise because your love vibration is rising, your abundance energy rises, everything rises with it. When you feel oppressed, like you're a workhorse, you are being worn down instead. So I like that for you, Dajona. So hopefully that makes sense to you, and many blessings. I'm excited for whatever this living your dream is that's coming forward. So I like it. I like it. Welcome back, Nicole. You're welcome, Dajona. All right. All right. And then did get a donation here. And I think this is um Toshia. I don't know if that's the same name as in the chat here. So um, that is through the PayPal there. So if you let me know here, let me see if you guys mentioned anything. Let me just scroll up a little bit here. So if that is you, whoever that is, please let me know who you are and what your question is. Shane, okay, okay, okay. I see. Okay, I see the email now. All right, so now I know who you are. Yeah. So great. Thank you so much for making a donation and let me know what your question is, and I will do that one next here. And then, okay. Oh, you made two donations. I see. Oh, okay. I see. I see. I see. Okay. I see what you're saying here. So I see the second donation. Thank you. And that's where your question is. Got it now. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the congratulations. All right. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with this Cancer sign here. We're actually in the Cancer moon today, I think. Again, let's see, today's the 13th, right? Yeah, we are. We've been in Cancer moon for yesterday and today, and I think tomorrow till early in the morning, I think, and then we move into Leo. Woohoo! We got some great moon energy going on right now. I hope everyone is enjoying it. uh, yeah, you can always learn so much more about him. I love him. I feel like I want to start talking about the moon energy before I start, possibly each live each day that I'm on or do something. I just feel like it's great information because I feel like especially everyone in this room is probably impacted by the moon in greater ways than other individuals who are not quite awake yet. And so we're like, whoa, I feel the woo woo woo, time as well. So all right, let's take a look here and see what we got with this Cancer sign coming in here. All right, okay, all right. It does feel like there's obviously we've got the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. So there is this new love, this higher love that's unfolding here, this higher emotion. I like this. um we've got the 9 of Pentacles, which I like this for both of you because I feel like this is about independence. It is about standing on your own while you're allowing this love to unfold. So it's not depending upon this love to define us, but we're standing with spirit in the outside world and we're feeling this strength. We're feeling this independence that comes in here too. And I like the 7 of Wands coming in here as well. It's, uh, standing our ground, standing up for who we are, not trying to, let anyone's opinions, anyone's energy impact who we are. Standing true. It's almost like this combination feels like a 3 of Pentacles, which is stay true to your authentic self, stand your ground with who you are while you're enjoying this unfolding. So I like that because it does the Wheel of Fortune. This is whatever's unfolding here. Even your human is happy about what unfolds here. And so we like that because the Wheel of Fortune tells us everything that unfolds in our world does unfold for us. Just sometimes our human has a hard time getting on board. How is that for me? But the Wheel of Fortune is the tune of four. So, this tells me that even your human is on board with what unfolds and where this goes. And it's funny because the other card that comes up is the Four of Wands, and in this deck, it almost looks like the Wheel of Fortune. The Four of Wands, stable energy, equal passion too. So I feel like it's important for you to know there is equal attraction between the two of you too. In addition to, of course, there's emotion that's boiling and bubbling under the surface too. But there's definitely physical and energetic attraction between the two of you. I know, wah wah wah. Um, but there's emotion involved too. So I like this. It's very positive here. Um, so I feel like continue the interactions because there's definitely positive things that can come from it. And I don't have any um, warning signs, any red flags coming up. So I really like that here. Yeah. It's so they have the 5 of swords, and then I of course pull a 5 of swords. But no, I'm just kidding. And I like the 5 of swords because the 5 of swords, don't read that one up there, because the 5 of swords, don't try to pin them down with expectations. You know, um, this is like allow things to unfold. Don't try to control it. We have the heart and the mind are always battling. And that's what the 5 of swords in this instance is bringing up is it's an inner battle. Like the mind battles the heart, right? The heart wants what it wants and the mind goes, "Well, I don't know. What about this? What about that? What about this?" It brings in the fears and the supposed tos and the shoulds, these conditionings that it's had in the past, it, you know, tries to bring it up. Um, but this is the heart and the mind battling through those things. Yeah, there you go. So that's the message, loud and clear. Try not to overthink stuff. Just allow the heart to have its space without trying to control them. That's like I like that because they have the other person pinned down by 3 swords. It's like I'm trying to cage you, and no one likes to be caged, right? So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Shane. You are very welcome, and thank you so much for your donations and your second donation. You're funny. Excuse me. All right. So let me just make sure here. All right. And so I did get your second Venmo there, Nicole. So you'll be up next year after Mia Mia. So Mia, thank you so much for your donation. Hello. I am doing very well. I hope you're doing well as well. And you didn't get the job in Porto, unfortunately. A great job actually coming soon for you outside Lisbon. All right. Well, let's take a look here and let's see what we've got going on here. course, whatever unfolds does unfold for us, right? So there must be a reason. But let's take a look here and see with your current energies. I just want to, of course, we'll get nosy here. I just want to dig into why Porto here. And then let's look about outside Lisbon. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, well, and it's understandable. We come here to experience sadness and disappointment and all that. And when you're done feeling it, then that's when we can step in to go, okay, you know, this is why this happened for me, because things don't happen to us. We wanna pretend that while we're here as part of, like, they've shown me, like, a little children's play they put on. It's like, "Oh, I've gotta act like this, invisible bullet hit me," and I'm like, "Oh," it's for the drama of the play that we experience things happening to us, and then when we're done with the play, we can be like, "Okay, I know this was not, um, something that happened to me, this was for me, and so now why did I want this?" And that's why I wanna look into, this here. Yeah. Alright, I like that. So, let me see here about Lisbon too. Alright. So, with Porto, I see here, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we've got the Seven of Cups, and then we've got the Prince of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Fastest moving knight out of them all. And what I'm seeing here with Porto is that, you have what your heart wants, what will make your heart feel full, and what will make your heart sing. This is like your high heart going, this is my like life purpose kind of energy that comes in. Seven of Cups is emotional confusion. This cup is mixed in with all of these other things too, right? So we've got all this stuff, all of these supposed tos and shoulds, and these other dreams that are have been given to us in our life, going, this is what you should want. This is what will make your heart sing. And you're like, well, it made my heart scream, but not sing, whatever it may be. And I feel like that the reason why Porto didn't work out is because that's not your heart's true desire. It might have been something that your mind had a lot of things like, if I get that, this is what this is going to mean about me for my life, et cetera, et cetera. But your high heart was like, well, it's not really what I want. And so it kind of ixnayed it because it wants to streamline and get you faster to this. So I know it's hard right now because, in the belly of the disappointment, it's hard to see outside, to see that this is this, um direction that your heart truly wants to get to. So, yeah, let's talk about that here too, because I feel like yeah, so we'll take a look here too, because I do see you have the possibilities here. And again, we've got, here's the old positions that we think that we're supposed to get, and here comes that Ace of Cups being offered to you, going, these will not fulfill you. What's coming, what your high heart wants is what will fulfill you. And you do. You have the Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and New Birth. The Eight of Pentacles is the movement of things in the outside world. So you got all this Pentacles, this possibility that can come forward, whether it's Lisbon or different places. But it comes down to this. It comes down to the Five of Pentacles, which is the feeling, these old feelings of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold, these feelings of lack that come from earlier childhood. And I don't know if we've talked about the Six of Pentacles before, but whenever we experience these feelings of, I want so much with my conscious mind, but I feel like things are kept away like there's this force field, I can never get to them. It's like something's keeping things away from me. That is a huge, huge indicator that our little inner child down underneath below the surface, the one that's in charge of force fields, is hitting buttons, keeping things away from us because it doesn't feel we deserve them yet. That's what comes back to the 5 of Pentacles. Um, I mentioned the Take 10 with Zen because I love that they brought up in, this series that I do, it's videos that are 10 minutes or less too, which is great because these days we need to be able to eat things fast, right? But, episodes 4 and 5 have to do with fate and bringing things in sooner. One of them has to do with our energy, what we're putting forward. The other one has to do with the 6 of Pentacles, which comes after this to help us solve the out of balance giving and receiving that we have below the surface. This belief that I have to give so much to receive so little, and when that happens, our inner child is keeping things away from us, keeping things from being able to, come toward us, that we're wanting. So if you check out Take 10 with Zen and then episodes 4 and 5, the playlist I think is listed in the description box of the video. If not, if you go to my main page, the Take 10 is at the top. Um, I believe. I think that's where I put it. But I feel like that will help here with this because it clears these force fields away, which allows abundance to flow in. It allows progression. It allows dreams to come true and allow those things to come in. But the kind of the two big things that for all of us, we have this focus of our energy that pushes things away from us, um, or we whatever we focus on grows. So if I focus on my fears, that's what I think episode 4 talks about is, like attracts like, and then the 6 of Pentacles talks about these old beliefs of our emotional inner child that has these force fields also that keep things away. So there's two big tools that we can do to, and it makes fast transformations too. So if that resonates, check those out because I feel like there is possibilities, but these energetic fields, both our energy that we're putting out and the force fields that our inner child is putting out, is what's blocking and keep knocking things away, keeping things. But it's happening for you because if you don't have this realization that there's these beliefs and what we're doing with our energy, the things, this even huger things in the future are impacted by it. So, there's this energy that, uh, you know, these things happen for us, so we're aware of it, so we can bring down these force fields, step into our power, where we're focusing our magic wand, and we're able to have things happen in huge ways. So, hopefully that helps me, Amia. Just know that it is happening for you. It's realization because it's almost um, you know, like when I'd rather have something happen to me in grade school, like, like I didn't get student president and I deal with feeling disappointed in that and working through those feelings so that when I get a job and as an adult, I'm able to deal with it. I'd rather deal with it at smaller things than at the larger things, right? Because there's some people, that have, their entire childhood seems like, from our perspective, they had it all handed to them. But then they have stuff happen to them as an adult and they can't handle it because they always had everyone granting everything for them and they get to experience huge lessons in big ways instead of us learning the the big lessons in small ways, if you know what I mean. There definitely is the possibilities for a fulfilling job, but whatever everything I just talked about needs to happen first. So that's what's coming in, Mia Mia. And thank you again so much for your donation. And check out those videos. I feel like they will be transformational. And you can be like, oh, I see it now. All right. So that is what they have. So many blessings to you. And so SSP, you are up. Hello, hello. And then Love 1234, I do see your donation too, so you'll be up after that. You are very welcome, Mia Mia. Many blessings to you. SSP, if you did not check out the winning video from yesterday for week two's giveaways for members, check it out because you were one of the winners. Hey. If you go to my main page into um, the giveaway playlist, you can just look at week two winners and look at the video, and it'll tell you what you won. Woohoo! So, congratulations. All right, SSP, let's take a look here. Thank you for your donation. Whoa, cards flying everywhere. And we'll take a look here. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being a member. All right. So you want to know, is your boyfriend's family against you? Let's take a look here. Okay, just two. And what does your boyfriend think of you? Okay. And does he have doubts about you, about the two of you, the us, right? And then what does Spirit think that you should do? So what is Spirit doesn't have a should. They're very like everything's an experience. There's not good or bad. There's just experiences. So we'll ask them what advice do they have for your highest experience with this relationship? Because they'll be like, okay, well, we can tell you that. We can see which route has the less turbulence. So they'll for sure tell us that. All right. Are they against you? Well, I feel like, there's we've got the Two of Cups, which is your guys' relationship, and I feel like they don't want it to end here. I know at first I thought they want whoops, death to the relationship, but I don't feel so here. I feel like they're wanting it to change though. They're wanting it to be different. Um which everyone has their own opinions anyway, right? So I feel like and it depends on who it is too, because everybody, and this goes for what he thinks of you too, everybody has opinions. Everyone has this thoughts of how things should be, not to be, supposed to be, have to be, blah, blah, blah. But it has to do with what's going on inside of them, right? Because one moment I can be totally happy with what's going on because I feel good. And then other times, if I'm not feeling well, I think things are crappy because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically. We see all that stuff, right? And so, it's everyone is their opinion of us is going to change every moment practically because we are constantly life is constantly changing. Things are constantly changing. So opinion constantly changes. Everyone's perception of things constantly changing. I love the meme that says every other people's opinion of us is none of our business because it really has nothing to do with us. They're seeing a mirror. We are a mirror. So when they're looking into us, they're seeing things reflected back in them. People can't recognize awesomeness in someone else if they don't recognize that within themselves. Also, they can't recognize irritating things about others if it's not within themselves too. So, when we look at this, it's like, well, everyone has a different opinion. Some people may want it to end, other people want it to take a different form, other people want it to progress, it depends on who and when we're looking at things, and it's like, can you change anyone's opinion? Not really. We can make it easier or harder for people to choose unconditional love or fear, but they're going to choose what they're going to choose. You can give someone the world and they can still choose to be unhappy. So it's like Spirit is saying, try not to put so much energy into what other people are thinking of you. Look inward at you. How do you feel about you? what do you see when you look in the mirror of them? Because that is what you're recognizing within yourself. So, like when you're saying, my mother-in-law gets jealous sometimes, how am I, where do I get jealous? Because if I can see jealousy in someone else, there's some jealousy some way, somehow within me. And where is that? And so if you use your energy to look at, oh, okay, I see jealousy here. If I see hatred here, if I see wanting relationships to end here, where does that exist within me? It might take a different form, but it can be like, oh, I want his relationship with who did you who wants it to end? Like if it's mother, I want his relationship with his mother to end. Ooh, okay, so that's mine to own. And instead of wanting it to end because I have fear around it, instead, I want, to have gratitude for, their relationship. Instead of fear around their relationship, I can choose to change my energy around gratitude for it, right? Oh, yeah. So it's fear, that's the fight or flight. So she's scared, right? Yeah. So look at the mirror and everything, and that was just an example, but it's like, is that, where is it? If I feel they want this relationship to end, this person, what relationships am I wanting to end on the inside? Because that's everything is a mirror, always a mirror. So when you look at it and change that perspective, it changes everything. You're not so impacted by everyone's actions because you realize you're in a crazy hall of mirrors seeing yourself reflected in people. So I feel like they really wanted to bring that down here. Oh, and so what does he think of your relationship? They like this the full card here, which this is like new beginnings and adventure, but they don't want a whole lot of restrictions. The full card is the first card in the major arcana, which is follows the world card, which is ending of old cycles and new beginnings. They don't want, a relationship that has all these rules and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. They don't want to feel trapped and caged. They want to go on an adventure with you. So they like that here. There's also the with the high priestess card here, they've got some deep emotions. They've got stuff that they're not sharing yet. And it's has to do with it feels like maybe it has to do with their mother with the fighting. They feel like they have to protect and shield some things because of pain, you know. So I don't feel like it's like sneaky hiding stuff. I just feel like they're used to not putting their heart out because, if you look at their relationship with like his mom and his sister, and any kind of feminine energies that they have, they probably cut up, stomp on the heart and poke at it and rah. So he shields his deep emotions because when he shared them in the past, he got his heart stomped on. So he wants something more free where he doesn't disappoint. And I like that. Awareness because it feels like mom has a huge high list of and probably he's been told he's disappointed her a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And so he doesn't want these roles because he has so many already. He just wants to be able to freedom and go on an adventure without a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. Does he have doubts? None at all. We've got the Sun card, which is one of the most bright and beautiful cards. We've got this Nine of Pentacles, which is this independence and this strong foundation in the outside world. And the Star card, too, here. We've got this, energy here that is this, you know, um, dreams come true, wishes come true, that comes in here. So I really like this coming in here, and it's very bright and sunshiny here. So I really like that here. So I don't feel like they have any doubts at all. I'm so sorry, Nicole. I have my email set on yours, and I think I jumped ahead. So you will be next. I'm so sorry. And so I don't feel any doubts with that. That's very positive and very bright. I mean, the sun card's one of the most cards there. And then the spirit, what they are yeah, what they are saying here for you, the most smoothest um, you know, um movement for the highest experience is to let all these expectations go. We've got the 10 of swords, which is all the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets, the attitudes, the expectations, all of the stuff, supposed to, should, need to, have to, must around relationship. It's freedom. It's allowing things to, you know, to be free. And here, the Queen of Swords, she has the Ace of Swords, which allows you to see things from a higher perspective and cut away these fears. I fear what they think, what he thinks, what they do, blah, 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 blah. That sucks the life out, and that's why I like that full card because it's freedom from all of this. And the Ten of Swords is a great card because this is being tired of trying to live up to everyone's expectations. This is balancing of heart and mind that comes in, and it's the cutting away of these things. And so, Spirit says it's, the lower the expectations that you have on a relationship, we transform how we look at the relationship. Instead of seeing how someone's always falling short, we are able to celebrate who someone is because when we meet someone, they're doing this, right? And when we didn't know them, we didn't have any expectations, so they're down here. Look at all this abundance, right? We think, wow, how amazing someone is. And then we start dating, and then they're still wonderful, but for it's a little less wonderful. And then we exclusively date, and then we become engaged. They're less and less wonderful, but we put so much time, and then we get married. And why did they change? They didn't change. They've always been the same person. It's just our expectations change. So all those tens of swords, if they're meeting our expectations, there's all this energy they have to do just to get to ground zero. But if we can keep our expectations as low as we can, we're able to celebrate the abundance of who they are instead of the lack, right? And so this is a big piece of all that. And then also, be patient with the fruit growing is the Seven of Pentacles. Last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So have patience with what unfolds. Again, when we don't have all these expectations, we don't have well, by this time, this is what such and such is supposed to be. And, there's no timing expectations. It's just allowing the enjoyment of the journey and the growth. And the Three of Pentacles is also allowing them to be true to their authentic selves and for you to be true to your authentic selves too. Again, we have expectations come in with this card here where, usually there's this two people that have expectations of what they should, they punish them if they don't do what they think this person's supposed to do. Other people pull away their support if they don't be and do what I think they're supposed to do. But a lot of it all comes down to our fears. And that's what, shows up in these mirrors. So much is I fear rejection, I fear failure, I fear letting someone down, um, I fear losing conditional love, right? So that's what Spirit is having you look at there. If you check out my Take 10 with Zen, it's a free series. There's a lot of things that can help in those areas. Also, the U times two free video series that I have, all those help us see things from a higher perspective and help us clear away our fears to have a more smooth experience. So that's what they have for you, SSP. So many blessings to you. Appreciate you. And Nicole, so sorry. I don't know where how did I miss that? Oh, I see right there. Okay. Yep, I went flying by. So thank you for your patience and and for your additional donation. So sorry. All right. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look here about your August trip. Wow, trips. Let me take a sip here. All right. So let's take a look here, Nicole. What does Spirit want you to know about your August trip? Okay. So let's see what we got going on here. All right. Wow. Wow. You've got the first five cards. You've got a royal and four major arcana. So this trip here in August seems to be significant for you here. Let's see what else comes in here. Okay. Wow. Another Prince of Pentacles. All right. So I do see here this trip coming up here in August is this um it's a page of cups, new emotion, a higher level of emotion taking you to a higher place. Again, I feel like this is like stepping stones here because you got the Prince of Pentacles, I believe, for your September one, because this is the smooth, the one that was walking in the grass, all kind of slow movement. And it feels so there is this calmness and this um I don't know, it just feels very not dreamy, but it feels like you're almost you're going along with the experience. And it's like both of them feel very flowy, I guess, dreamy, flowy, if that makes sense. It's almost like, how in the movies, when at least in the older movies, when people would go into dreaming, you would just see it kind of blend in. It'd be just like, oh, that's what they're showing me in my head. And I like this because it does feel like there's this raising up of emotion. It's taking you to this new place here. And I mean, the four major arcana that you're getting here feel like this is a significant, again, more significant awareness in these trips. You have the Hermit. So this is you spending some time with yourself and seeing things from a higher perspective. But it's also you stepping into your power with the Emperor, because the Emperor, they step forward. It's Aries energy, new beginnings. They step away here because the Emperor, of course, is surrounded by people, blah blah blah, in their ear with how things are supposed to be, should be, need to be for the empire, the kingdom. This is what it needs to be. Everyone has their opinion and advice. All these advisors, right? You're like, yeah, I know who all of my advisors are, and you're like, but at some point the emperor, he steps away into his chamber to make decisions. He goes, thank you everyone for everything you had to say, but I am going in my direction. And I like this because with the devil card coming in with the emperor, the devil card is the shaking and the rattling of all the decisions I would have normally made based on all that opinion, all the advisors. This is shakes up all their opinion, and it allows the emperor to go, you know what? I'm taking that into consideration, but I'm also going to choose what I want for my life. And you also have the moon, which is connecting to a higher place, deep into your emotions, deep into the hidden and the unseen. It's not like the high priestess card where she connects to the spirit world and sees things from this higher perspective. So I like all of this. I feel like this is a very huge, both of these trips are reflective times. I feel like they get you away from some chaos. Like when we get away from our regular not habits, but our regular routines, we're able to evaluate things differently. And I feel like both of these trips are huge for you in making life-changing decisions. All of these major arcana is just like, whoa, okay. Um, and you have the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. So you're getting clarity, here around your emotions, the emotional confusion, all the different emotional decisions, you're getting clarity around those. And the 7 of Wands is about not being afraid to take your stand. Again, that's what comes in here with the Emperor card too. It's taking your stand and making decisions that are for you. And I like that the Knight of Pentacles is showing up in both of those vacations, not vacations, but trips. Because I don't think they're vacations. I feel like, are they working working trips? I feel like there's a lot around these, but this night they are in a quest to find their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, not defining themselves by the, relationship situations and things, but the finding their worth from the inside, inward and upward, filling up and then looking at the outside world differently. And I feel like this is what's going on here with these trips are just so much information, and it gives you space and time to sit away from things, being out of your environment, being away from the same all the same type of people, gives you these unique perspectives, and where you're making, like, I feel August you make certain decisions, and then September you evaluate what you made and you make some more. And I feel like there's huge changes that you're making, but that's what's coming in. I feel very positive about it. It's not like, "Uh-oh," it feels so empowering, just empowering. So, I like those for you, Nicole. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation and your patience for me zipping ahead. I need to do the Knight of Pentacles right. Slow down, bruddaZEN. So many blessings to you, Nicole. All right. And then, Love 1234, you are up next. And then Anita Abdul, you'll be up after that. So thank you guys so much for all your donations here. And all right, so Love 1234. Oh, all right. Thanks for the heads up, the FYI, the FY to the I. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, let's see what they want you with. Number 1, number 2. All right. That's whoa, okay. All right. I like that. All right. So for question el numero uno, hey Jennifer, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate your support. We'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by for a like hit and run. hit a like hit and run. Appreciate that. And thank you guys. It really helps the channel. It is something that everyone can do that's absolutely free. If you give the video a thumbs up, it helps spread the Zen love, and you're part of the Love Tsunami. So thank you, Jennifer. All right. So number 1, sorry. Okay. All right. Well, I do like this. So, I mean, we'll start off with the beautiful card of the 10 of Pentacles. So I do feel like it does. This is like saying that it does. It takes a little bit of time for it to open more opportunities, but I like the flow here because the big thing that it does is it lets both of you get past your fears, the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you've had in the past that have blinded you, bound you, and made you feel trapped and restricted, like you couldn't do this, like it couldn't work, or you were afraid, like there was fears of things wouldn't work out and that we can't do this, and what if we mess up, and blah 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 blah, all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, right? So I like it because I was like, how does this open opportunities? And it's because the the fears are released. It's almost like when we're afraid to do something and that's what holds us back. Oh, they're showing me my own life experience. I must have been, let's see, how old was I? Was in Denver, so maybe 10 or 11 years old. And at the pool, the indoor huge pool, there's like one of those, they have the little diving boards, but they had the big one. And of course, all the neighborhood kids, we all went to the pool one day, and they all wanted to go. I have a I feel I have a healthy fear of heights. I'll put it that way. I'm like, I'm not stupid. I must have fallen off of a cliff and died in a past life because I do not like heights. And I'm like, oh no, 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 no. You are not. It's a healthy fear, but everyone was jumping off, and I went up those big, 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 big ladder, and it's probably not as high as it wasn't like a huge meter one, but it was a high one. It was still a solid thing where you have to jump off of it. Um, and I was scared, and I was scared, and I was scared, and you couldn't go back down because people are climbing up the ladder, and you can't go back with those. And so what they're showing me is the fear. Once you jump off the first time, it's like, "I can do this," and then you're excited to go do it again, but it's the first one, and I'm just like, "Oh my god, I let people go ahead of me," and, my brother had come up and he goes, "You have to, you can't go back down, you have to go, so you can do it, let's go. You go do it," right? And that's what they're showing me here, why it opens up opportunities, because it's like, "Nope, nope, 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 nope." So I like it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is hilarious. And then you wanna know, um, a lot of, will there be recognition? Um, I can't believe you got 3 nines out of all the 4 nines. So, you have the full card, which this is a new adventure, a new journey. You have the 9 of cups, the 9 of pentacles, and the 9 of swords. The only one that's not here, let me see. Okay, good. Is not the 9 of wands. The 9 of wands would be an energetic barrier that's holding you back, right? 9 of cups, of course, is wish fulfillment, dreams come true. So I feel like you do get recognition. The 9 of pentacles is a solid foundation, feeling independent and out in the world. The 9 of swords, I know it's like, oh, the nightmare insomnia card, but because of these, this makes sense because it is uh, the leaving behind of the emotions, the leaving behind of the thoughts and beliefs, and stepping past the fears. So I feel like you do get recognition. I feel like it's important to go about it like with the full card, because the full card, of course, is the first card in the major arcana following the world card. The world card is leaving behind old um old cycles, old ways of doing things, and being free of those. Because if you go in it with all these expectations of, well, if um, you know, if people like it, this is what has to happen, right? Um, you know, the for me to feel successful, and these can be subconscious, right? These are the thoughts in the back of the brain. Well, for me to see that this is successful, it's da 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 da, right? And there can be unreasonable expectations, but we're given this long list of stuff. Success means this. And we're like, if we go in with that, that's where disappointment happens. But with the full card, going in with it of like, woohoo, this is an adventure. I don't expect anything from this. I'm just going to enjoy the journey, and this is the beautiful start. Then, boom, it happens, right? And it's like, oh, cool. It's above and beyond extra. You're going to feel good about whatever happens instead of high expectations. And this is what happens. Oh, it didn't happen the way I wanted it to, right? So I like it. Um, so that's the message that comes in with all those, and I can't believe 3 nines, that's amazing. And then I did ask, your intended audience, And you do. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So there is this abundance, this new opportunities that come in here. So I do feel like there is this recognition. It does allow you guys to be seen. It allows new birth of things, new opportunities, new birth. So definitely there is you are recognized, and it does spawn new opportunities too. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So positive stuff for sure. So thank you so much, Love12344, for your donation. I'm excited for this, and my stomach's growling now. This is about food. Mmm. So I like it. All right. And then Anita is up, and then Dajona, I did get your additional donation, so you'll be up after that. So, Anita Abdul, thank you for your donation. You want to know what is the current feelings, emotions of the person on your mind? Ooh, all right, let's take a look here. Of course, towards you or whatever they want to share. We'll take a look here. Okay. Well, they do have love on the mind here. They are balancing their head and their heart here. And the Hierophant, their current place that they're here is, this energy of what is it that I truly, truly want? This is the Hierophant invites people to see things from a higher perspective, which this Ace of Swords with the Queen of Swords does too. But it's about really seeing their capital T truths in relationship to the outside world. Who do I want to be? What do I want in life? Who do I want to be with? Blah, 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 blah. So definitely there's these feelings and emotions. I mean, it's an important relationship that they are considering here, but they want to make sure their their mind, their human mind, was battling with their heart, and here's this balancing of the heart and mind. But they're really, it's it's a healthy. All right, they're not just flippantly getting into relationships, saying things, doing things. They're seriously going, "Is this what I want for my life?" Because I don't want to commit or move forward or do things out of respect for you. And I like this because they're like wanting to make sure because they don't want to hurt anyone, which I like that about them. Um, so additional for here. Oh, okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. So I feel like they are a little bit of an introvert or maybe a Virgo, but they do a lot of inner reflection, and which I like because it's basically the importance of having your own alone time. And it's not, that they don't like or dislike someone. They definitely, it's about them. They understand the importance of alone time for your own self worth and your self development. And so I feel like that's important for you to know that when they need alone time, it's not because they're out, you know, gallivanting around or whatever we call it these days. It's because they are doing their inner work. They're reflecting on things. Got the Princess of Pentacles, which is this taking things to a higher place in the outside world, and the Magician about moving forward and doing this. So I feel like that their whatever reflection time that they've been doing, here with the Hierophant and with this energy here, that they're about to take action with it with the Magician card, and they're about to bring in a new opportunity in the outside world for you guys together. So I do feel like this energy is here, whoever this person on your mind is, and I feel like that you're definitely on their mind and in their heart. It feels like, um, and so things are about to change. With that Hierophant, the number 5 is the card of change. So I like it for you, Anita. It feels positive, and that's the current energies. So thank you again for your donation. Greatly appreciate it. All right, and I think that was those. So very good. And then Dijona, thank you for your additional donation. I greatly appreciate that. And you want to know what your angels want you to know right now. I am drawn to this oracle, the angels and ancestors oracle. So let's take a look here and see what message do they have for you right now. Nice. You have a knight. Be brave and honest. Also, knights in the tarot are about action and movement. So I like this. Make honest and brave movement is what I feel is within this as well. And let's see what else the knight brings in here for you. And it says, do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The knight is a knight in shining armor, dedicated to the crown that his sword defends. In this sense, he's a protector of the Holy Grail and therefore of your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you, whether you are male or female, that energy is within you. His sword and armor show he is courageous and strong. But if you look closely, you will see he has a tear running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects. Let's see if I can get it to. Yeah, there's a tear running down right there. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. And it says the energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. And if you're in a space where there's opposition, you're being guided to follow through with integrity. Because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You're being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. And if you're longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you're feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, they are suggesting to back down and let it protect you. Wow, I like that. So, a beautiful, beautiful message of bravery and strength, and that you are being guided and protected, and you don't have to force anything. Things are being worked out for you too. So, I like that for you, Dijona. Hopefully, that helps with what you were wanting to know right now. So many, many blessings. All right. You are very welcome, Nicole. Yeah, very grateful. I was like, wow, right? Your August and September going to be boom, pow. All right. Hey, Lena. You're welcome, Dijona. All right. So I think that was all of my donations. Oh, thank you so much for being a new subscriber, Lena. All right. So I think this is actually the beginning of the free readings here an hour and a half in. Thank you guys so much for your donations, especially on my 1 year anniversary of starting lives. This does help me continue to bring free readings and doing as much as I can. So for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be leaving at 12:55 to attend my praying mantis session. So if you'd like to join us there, you can join and become a member. For $7.99 a month, you get to have access to this additional free readings, and then also early access to the Take 10 with Zen, pick a card readings for the next week, and then also I'll be doing meditation soon, and you'll have early access to those too. All right, so I'm going to do one card readings for the free readings to try to get through as many as I can here in the next 30 minutes. So, Dijona, thank you for your donations before. And here's your free one. You got the Hermit card. So, definitely a time to step back, to connect to your higher self and your spiritual posse and entourage. And they are guiding you. It is a time to make sure you are taking your alone time amongst all of this because. Um, They have a lot to tell you, it seems. So it's this invitation to have your alone time with spirit. So I like it. I like it for you. All right. And then Rishi, hello, hello. Any messages from your higher self? Let's take a look here and see what do they have here for you. All right. Evidently, this one. You have the Three of Wands. And so the Three of Wands does encourage you with new information that you're receiving. Don't be afraid to change directions. The Three of Wands is with new information. Like you had planned going this direction, but it's like, and taking a detour. And it's okay. It's okay to do that. Um, it's okay to create new paths. Even if we've told people, like, I'm going to do this and this and this. And then you're like, well, I don't do that anymore. Sometimes we're afraid of what will people think? Well, I thought you were going to go do that. And you're like, I was, but I've changed my mind, which I can do. So don't be afraid to do that. You are definitely allowed to change direction. That's this whole adventure. We don't have to have everything fixed. We can have what is it? An intended destination, but I reserve the right to change my direction, and you can, and spirit is encouraging you to do so. All right, and that's what they have for you right now, Rishi. VD Jalan, hello, hello. What are you avoiding that could use some attention? Let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know? Well, yourself. You got the Empress card, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So this is about being true to you, nurturing yourself, being kind and gentle with yourself, allowing yourself, like treating yourself to things, putting yourself first, is what's coming through with the Empress card here. Um, so looking at what you truly want instead of what everyone else wants for you, and going, what is it I get to nurture myself? I get to all this love and attention and energy put to the outside world. You can bring a lot of that back to you. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, VD. What a message. I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Shravani Nagosi, which of your manifestations is about to come true soon? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we've got here. Well, an important relationship. If it's romance you were looking for, well, ooh la la. Or it could be best friends, or it can be a reconnection with family. It's an important relationship, whatever it is. So if you had multiple types of relationships that you were trying to manifest, I feel like you had one and here it comes. So what a confirmation. That is what is headed your way. So many blessings to you, Shravani. All right, Keel, you are up. Explained something to your subconscious mind again. Did they get it? Will they let go of the past beliefs and work in the new truths? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about the subconscious here? Got the Three of Pentacles. This is about being true to the authentic you. And this does tell me that they get it, because we've got the fears of not being ourselves and how we get drawn off our path out of fear of letting people down and them being punished, or letting people down and them pulling away their support. This tells me with all of this that they will let go of the old ways of thinking, because those are the ways of thinking that kept us from not being our true authentic self. And they're gaining this hunger of wanting to be true to themselves, and because they see where you're trying to bring them, and they feel the freedom your subconscious mind does, and they're grasping it. So that would be an affirmative there, Keel, and I like it. So many blessings to you. Right, Starfall, hello, hello. A general reading for the rest of August. Let's take a look and see what we've got coming in here. We got the Six of Cups. So we've got this nice transformation of emotion, flow of emotion. And this does show me here the Six of Cups have been coming up a lot. Our whole energy of our collective of the planet has increased. The love energy, the planet is getting higher, where we're having more access to our subconscious. The Six of Cups is that you're going to be coming across at least one in August, a relationship or friendship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you're meeting people or you're recognizing with someone you already know a deeper past life connection where you're feeling like this connection that goes beyond the world, it feels like, because it's otherworldly, it's past life. So even if it's someone you know in this lifetime, you're going to feel like there's a deeper connection that's activated, that goes beyond what you've had in this lifetime. Or it's someone brand new coming in, like you're like, I know you from somewhere, and they feel the same way, but you don't. Not from this lifetime anyway, it's from a past. So I like this strong connection that's coming in for you. And that's one thing that they'd like you to know that's coming in for the month of August. All right, golden gold. Hello, hello. You want to know who is coming towards you? Some sort of fool is coming towards you. Well, it's someone coming in here that doesn't have any expectations and doesn't want any expectations on them. They just want adventure. They just want um, this freedom just to be and celebrate each other. I like this kind of energy. It's almost, whether it's romantic or not, I just feel like it's best friend type of energy where there's no expectations. It's let's go on an adventure together. And so there's this freedom around it, not supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, that comes in to, bring down the energy and take the wind out of the sail. This is just like going on a best friend on a vacation of, let's just go. We're packing up the car and we're headed off, and we don't even know where we're going to end up. We're just going to bring clothes enough and go have a 3-day weekend of fun. That's the kind of energy that I feel is coming towards you for this individual. So don't know if it's romantic or not. It doesn't definitely feel those types of energies. It just feels free from all definition. So I like it. So many blessings to you. All right, Julia, thank you for sending all of your love and light to us. I appreciate that. And we'll be seeing you in probably about 20 minutes, right? For our praying mantis session. All right, Divine Beauty, Anjali, you want a September month. Let's see what they'd like you to know for September. Got the Queen of Swords coming in. Very much this balancing of heart and mind. Your mind is seeing things from a different perspective, and it's allowing your heart to have communication too. So I feel like September is really a month of cutting away a lot of more fears and thoughts and beliefs and shoulds, letting go of a lot of control of things, and you're allowing yourself to kind of be a witness, being an observer of so many things in September. You're not accepting drama, being drawn into drama as easily as the past, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunities to be invited into drama in September, but you're just kinda like, I'm just gonna sit here. It's like being the sober one at a party where everyone's drunk. You're really starting to see a lot of clarity around things, and you're allowing your emotions. I feel like you're connecting to also your empathic abilities and the way you're picking up on other people's emotions, and you're seeing how your emotions, what you're picking up from what people are feeling, and you're observing what people are saying, and how they're not matching up. But when you're observing more, you're seeing, ah, there it is. I actually do see it. They're just, when they don't realize they're being observed, they let their wall down, and you see these heart feelings that people are feeling, but they're not sharing. And I like this. I feel like it's a proving ground of your empathic abilities with what you're seeing and experiencing in September. So I like it for you. All right, and that's what they have for you, Anjali. And then Smooth Life, you're up next. Any blessings coming to you? Let's take a look here. Well, yeah, you got the World card, which is victory, success. It's also leaving old worlds behind and headed off into a new world. So I like this. There's this significant endings and beginnings, excuse me, that are it's for you, and you've reached pinnacles of things where you're going an upgrade, you're going to another level, you're leaving places that no longer serve. It's a great transformational type of energy. that's coming in for you, and I feel like it's within the next 30 days from now until, like, the middle of September. It just feels like that kind of like a 30-day calendar, but it starts from today ahead 30 days. It's like within that period of time, there's this significant change that's happening. So I like it for you, Smooth Life. It feels victorious, but it feels freeing because you're leaving behind all of this stuff. Whatever is coming to completion, you had to put a lot of energy and thought and action into it, and it's done. And it feels good because all that energy and activity all comes back to you for a new adventure, which I like. So that is what's coming through for you, Smooth Life. So many blessings to you. All right. Thank you, Nova, for your donation. So I am amazing. If I have enough time, I will be back to you for the next free reading. But thank you for your donation, Supernova. You want to know messages from Spirit? What do you need to know right now? All right. Let's take a look here. Messages of perspective and growth towards your goals. All right. I feel like they want to give you here a gateway oracle card. They just want to show you what's the gateway to these perspectives and growth. Yeah, revealing radiance. My light illuminates the world. Wow. The pearl of great price. I like it. Let's see here. There is a luminosity within you that's expanding. It illuminates others and brings light to the darkness. Your radiance also acts as a sacred beacon that calls the bounty and supports of the universe to you. And the universe wants you to know that even if you've been feeling lackluster lately, know that there's a vibrant, shimmering light radiating within you. Take time to be still and welcome the light revealing itself to you. Own your radiance, and the rays will expand into the farthest reaches of time and space. When you shine brightly from your heart, the bounty of the universe showers you with blessings. You are the light. Questions you can ask yourself: how can I shine even more brightly? What helps me shine? And who dims my light? Or who do I allow to dim my light, right? Because no one can dim our light, but we can allow people to convince us to dim our light. What do I need to clear out of my life so I can shine even brighter? Yeah, what darkness, what, you know, smudging on the glass, that does it here. So, um, I like it. I like, the message of shine bright, and ask yourself those questions, because that's what you need to know is, 1, realize you shine, you have this inner light that helps. We already talk about this, right? You help the darkness transform into light. You allow you start off dim in a song, and it becomes brighter, right? It's like it starts off and people see the light, and it's growing, and it grows brighter and brighter and brighter. So I like that. Yeah, no one can dim our light. Like we said, um, it we allow other people to dim our light because no one can dim us. We just our fears, and if the lower vibrational energy, check out the Take 10 with Zen. This last one that came out is about a protective bubble, because if we're taking on other people's emotions, and if you haven't looked at it yet, I really think you should watch that because with what you're going to be doing and what you're doing with your energy and all of that, um, it's allows you, you're going to need to have this ability to put up this bubble when you're in front of an audience of hundreds, thousands people. You're going to need to be able to have this bubble where all their emotions don't go into you because you'll. So it's about how to put up a bubble, realize what our their emotions, what are yours, what are your inner child's. And I feel like if you check that most recent one out, that will help there too. Yeah, because we get activated. We pick up people's emotions, we take them on as our own, and then our own get activated, and then our inner child goes, "Oh, me too," and then we have all this emotion, and we're like, "Oh, but I can do things differently." So check out that's a free video, of course. It's less than 10 minutes, but it's the empath bubble, and I feel like that's important. And next week's, if you become a praying mantis member, this is for everyone, you can have advanced access to next week's, which is the real gift of the empath, which is powerful too. I know it's exciting. I'm excited for you, Nova. Supernova. So that's what they have for you right now. So thank you again for your donation. And then Rose, hello, Rose, with the brown icon with the white R. So what's coming in for you for the rest of August? Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here for the rest of August. Okay, I want that one, maybe want that one, and that one, and that one. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, this is a nice transformative month for you here. I like here that you've got the higher calling of your higher self. First of all, your higher self is calling you to this place, see things from a different perspective, but also I feel like there's this nudging within your heart about what is it that you truly want to do with your life. How do you want to express your unconditional love to the world? Because the magician card is also uh, this forward movement, this manifestation, this putting the energy forward to live this dream. And I feel like this calling, whatever it is, they're calling you to this higher place to express that love to the world in your own unique way. And the magician card's telling you, Rose, that you have everything you need within you to make it happen. I like this because here's the Ace of Cups in the middle, which is this expression of the love in your heart with the world. And I like that. You've been in this transformational period here with the hanged man, which is kind of like a cocoon, caterpillar transforming into this beautiful butterfly. And it has to do with the Five of Swords. There's been this battle going on in your mind between your your human heart and mind and your higher heart and mind, your higher heart wanting you to be drawn outside of the human supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, that the human is like, oh no, we got to do this stuff because otherwise we're going to get rejected and people are going to hate us. And they have all these fears that, oh, you can't go outside the box. And your higher self and your higher heart are like, oh, heck yeah, we wanna get outside this box, we wanna bust out, and so there's been this battle going on, which, is kinda like, "No, no, no, you gotta stay in the cocoon, don't go outside, you're a butterfly now, you can't go outside the cocoon," and your higher self is like, "No, this is the whole reason for this transformation that I've been going through for so long, is to bust out of this cocoon, and the busting out of this cocoon is what's building up your strength of your wing muscles so that your beautiful huge wings are able to flap and to fly. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to fly. And so there's this change coming in here for you where you're no longer going to be doing caterpillar things. You're going to be moving on. Yeah, definitely moving on to do um something that you're passionate about, something butterfly-ish, because the 8 of Cups is leaving behind your emotions that no longer serve you, headed off to the 9 of Cups, which is the true dream come true, which is what your high heart really wants. So you're leaving behind people, as well, but definitely emotions that no longer serve, so you can move forward. You also 6 of Swords is leaving behind thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve in its movement forward. So both movement cards and the Page of Wands, Shazam, new energy coming in, new passion coming in, higher passion, reaching for the stars, which happens to be on a stick. And I like this. So you definitely have this movement here for the rest of August that's possible here for you if you'll accept the invitation from your higher self to step towards. And um, these three represent movement, movement, movement here for the month of August here. So I like all this for you, Rose. Um, I know sometimes it's a little scary to go, "Ooh, I'm gonna go outside the box. I'm stepping outside the cocoon," but you're gonna be able to fly and go distances you never could as the caterpillar. That's what I love is spirit shows like a caterpillar that, is walking very slowly along the ground. You know how slow caterpillars move. They get to a river bank and they're like, "Oh, crud. I can't go across there. I'll drown." So it tries to go down to find a bridge somewhere. It's going to take a long time to find a bridge to get over the river. Whereas the butterfly's all, "Wee, I'm fluttering. I'm just enjoying this." And like, "Oh, look, I just fluttered over a river." You know, oh, boom. So I like it. Very, very beautiful energies. You are very welcome, Rose. I love it too. And thank you again for your donation. All right. And then I'm going to be only on for about 5 more minutes. So before I head off and finish up these here, just want to make sure everyone knows I am offering memberships. And here is the link to that. There's a big thank you in this video. I've been on for a year doing lives. So there's a big thank you to all of you that have liked and subscribed and watched the videos and commented. All these free things that you've done to help support me, and then everyone making donations, of course, like so many beautiful people have done today too. But there is weekly giveaways for people who become members. And also, if you do not become a member, but you watch the video and comment, there's a big giveaway at the end of the month too. So please watch the video just for the thank you. And if you comment, you want to get into the drawing, even better. And if you like the video, of course, hit the like button. It helps the algorithms. And then, of course, I am not going to stop doing my weekly giveaways for all my subscribers. Every Tuesday, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away on Mondays. And it tells you what you need to do to get into the drawing. And you have the rest of today to get into that drawing if you watch that video. And then, of course, I love doing pick a card readings, and I put out at least one a week. This week's was How Can I Transform Betrayal? And if I'm not able to get to your free reading in this session, um, feel free to jump into my playlists because I have a ton of pick a cards around romance, love. Well, I guess it's the same thing, abundance, career, different things in life. And there's a ton of pick a cards. So you can follow your heart, and spirit will give you guidance on which video is for you. I'm here Wednesday through Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then afterwards, I have praying mantis sessions. And then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings from 11 to 12:55, I have these morning sessions. And then I also go into praying mantis sessions. And Sunday nights at 6 p.m., if you're a praying mantis member, I do have a Q&A where we learn about, you guys can ask me questions about me, and about spirit, and we can ask questions of spirit. We channel messages, and we get to know one another and do all sorts of fun stuff. So that's also available. So all of that, and then I also have a weekly Take 10 with Zen. At least I have for the last 9 weeks, which is a 10-minute video or less that talks about how to connect to spirit and ourselves. And I answer questions for my subscribers. This week's was the empath bubble, which is so important for so many of us. We feel everyone's emotions, we take them on. We feel like we're going crazy because we're taking on everyone's emotions. So it's an important subject about how to build a bubble to separate our emotions from other people's emotions. Next week, if you are a Praying Mantis member, you can get access to episode 10 already, which is the real gift of the empath. And you also have advance access to next week's pick a card too. So exciting stuff. All right. So I want to make sure everyone knew that before I head out here momentarily, but I have 3 more minutes. So I do want to get as many readings as I can here. And I had left off with I am amazing. So you want to know Pisces thoughts towards you. So let's take a look here. Pisces has these beliefs here of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold. So this isn't about you particularly. They just Spirit wants you to know they've got these lack beliefs, and there's some core feelings of feeling abandoned and being left behind, and so that's their tendency. That's their habit, is to feel lack. So with your interactions with them, just know that they kind of like swimming on the dark side of the pond, the lower vibrational, "Oh, I'm never gonna have anything, I don't deserve anything," type of energy there. So, that's their journey, that's what they have to go through, but the thoughts towards you are from that place, because their thoughts towards everyone and everything are from that place. So try not to focus on their thoughts of you. Don't take them like personally or deeply, because it's about them. And so Spirit wanted you to know that. So that's what they have right now for you. I am amazing. Marie Jones, hello, hello. So, what is the perfect job for you? Let's see what Spirit, um, how you can express your heart the most, right? They're like, what's your dream? They put it back on you, of course, because they like every job is a perfect job, but being true to you, shining bright, being the star, Aquarius energy, this is about doing something that's so different. The perfect job for you is the one that makes your heart sing, that brings, makes your heart feel full and whole and complete and open, not something that meets the criteria of the outside world. Because the perfect job for you is what makes your heart feel the fullest and the overflowingness. And I like it. And that'll be my last reading for this session, since I need to head off here. But we of course all would love this, you know, scroll to fall from the heavens that tells us exactly everything we're supposed to, should, need to do. That's our human wanting this. But from the spirit's perspective, like, this is an adventure. It's a scavenger hunt. On the other side, we want to know what it's like over here. Psh, we're there. We don't get to journey there. We want to know something, we know it. We don't have to learn it and discover it. Here, we get to experience the journey. And so it's all about the journey of discovery that's important. And that's why they're like, enjoy the adventure. I don't want to tell you the end of the movie. Enjoy the process of the movie unfolding. And that's what they have for you right now, Marie. I know. Let's talk to your spirit guides. What's going on there? All right, everybody, I'm headed off to the praying mantis session here, starting at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to join us, you can become a member and join us over there here in about 4 minutes. Until I see you guys again, though, please know that every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. Until I see you, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care. We'll see you.